How is it probable cause if it's not an infraction?
Obstructed rear window is an offense, and it's dangerous.
But she just read me the statute.
We just heard Officer Duran say nothing else was wrong.
Had all its mirrors as far as I know, and it was operating fine. That one sentence ended the case. In Romulus, Michigan, a small city just outside Detroit, Officer Chris Reyna of the Romulus Police Department pulled over a woman named Cassandra Eric on December 19th. The stop happened around 4 in the afternoon. Officer Reyna was on patrol in uniform in a marked vehicle. Partner named Officer Mahis, he said he noticed the rear window of Eric's car appeared completely blocked. In his words, scared. She wouldn't have been able to see out of it. Based on that observation alone, he initiated a traffic stop. What happened next was routine, until it wasn't. During the stop, officers discovered that Eric's license was suspended. That's an arrestable offense in Michigan. She was placed in handcuffs, walked to the back of the patrol vehicle, and the car was searched. Inside a purse on the passenger side, officers found plastic baggies they believed contained controlled substances. The case moved forward on narcotics possession charges. The entire prosecution rested on one thing: the lawfulness of that traffic stop. The defense had a different view, and they had done their homework. This is People v. Eric, Romulus District Court. The prosecution argues the stop was valid. The defense is about to argue it wasn't. And the answer goes down to a single line in the Michigan Vehicle Code that the officer apparently never considered. Court is in session.
Nothing else was wrong.
In East Bronx, Michigan, Cassandra Irich was pulled over by Officer Rayner of the Romulus Police Department on December 19, 2025. The officer said he stopped her because the vehicle's rear window appeared to be obstructed. During the stop, officers discovered that Irich's license was suspended. She was placed under arrest, the vehicle was searched, and officers found what they believed were controlled substances inside a purse on the passenger side. The case moved forward on narcotics possession charges, all built on a traffic stop the officer believed was lawful. The defense saw it differently, and the entire
Officer Reyna takes the stand. Officer Rain, good to see you.
Rain, yes, sir. Officer Rain, good to see you. Officer Rain, how many years have you worked for the Romulus Police Department?
How many years have you worked for the Romulus Police Department? Be 10 years on the job. He knows the procedure. He's done this before. The prosecution walks him through the stop, step by step. Where he was.
Taking it back to December 19 of last year, 2025, about 4 in the afternoon, were you working?
I was.
What were you doing at the time?
I was on patrol.
Did you have a partner, or were you acting alone?
I had a partner, Officer Myson.
Are you in a marked vehicle or unmarked?
Mark.
Uniform or no uniform?
Full class vehicle.
Did you have contact with a woman named Cassandra Eric?
What he noticed.
You said something.
Correct.
Thank you, sir. Officer, what caused you to notice this person, Cassandra Eric?
The rear window of her vehicle was completely blocked, as if she wouldn't have been able to see out of it.
Is it a ticketable offense?
As far as I understand.
Officer, what caused you to notice this person? The rear window of her vehicle was completely blocked. She wouldn't have been able to see out of it. Is that a checkable offense? As far as I understand, he's calm, confident. Given this kind of testimony before, the prosecution establishes the rest of the stop, the suspended license, the arrest.
When you made a traffic stop or initiated a traffic stop?
Right.
Did the driver, the siren, comply?
She did. I made contact with the driver's side of the vehicle, and we discovered that her license was suspended.
What did you do when you learned the young lady's license had been suspended?
So with our policy and procedure, it's an arrestable offense. I got her out of the vehicle, placed her in handcuffs, and walked her to the back of the patrol vehicle after conducting a search.
The search, the evidence. Officer Reyna explains how the suspected narcotics were collected, processed, secured in a manila envelope.
We collect it, we hold it with us until we take it to the station. We kind of do what we call processing the evidence. So we secure it in generally a manila envelope or a plastic baggie, secure it with property tape, put it in a drop box with what's called an MSP lab sheet, which is just us asking the Michigan State Police to do an analysis of what.
and sent to the Michigan State Police Lab for analysis.
I did.
Where did you locate contraband?
It was inside of a purse, which had a couple plastic baggies in it. It was on the passenger side of the vehicle.
Everything by the book. Everything orderly.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're the one who pulled over your scout cars.
That's true.
And you did that because of the allegedly obstructed rear window of this Ford Focus.
Right.
You didn't really notice anything else about this car, right?
Right.
It had all its mirrors,
As far as I know, yes, ma'am.
and it was operating fine.
Yes.
Then the defense attorney steps forward. Raina, you were driving, right? Yes. So you're the one who initiated the traffic stop? That's true. And you did that because of the allegedly obstructed rear window of this Ford Focus. Correct. You didn't really notice anything else about this car, right? And here is where Officer Raina, 10 years on the job, hands the defense exactly what they needed. It had all its mirrors as far as I know. Fine, the defense attorney stops.
I have no further questions.
No, Your Honor.
You can step down. Watch your step, Chris.
Your Honor,
Clears at the court. No further questions. One answer, 7 words. It had all its mirrors as far as I know, and the cross-examination is over. Here is why that matters. Michigan compiled law section 257.709 is the statute that governs obstructed rear windows. It doesn't say what Officer Raina believed it said. The law states that a person shall not drive a motor vehicle if the driver's visibility through the rear window is obstructed, unless the vehicle is equipped with 2 mirrors. Both side mirrors are present. The obstruction alone is not a traffic violation. The driver still has sufficient rear visibility under the law. No infraction.
Your Honor, this case was a violation of Miss Irich's Fourth Amendment rights, and she's pulled over for this alleged infraction. MCL 257.709 clearly states that a person shall not drive a motor vehicle if driver visibility through the rear window is obstructed, unless the vehicle is equipped with 2 mirrors, 1 on each side. So the only way that they could have had probable cause to pull over Miss Irick on this day is if her back vehicle was obstructed and she was missing 1 of her 2 side mirrors. We just heard Officer Duran say nothing else was wrong with the vehicle. There was no probable cause to stop the car. That is from Wren versus the United.
No probable cause. Defense counsel lays it out for the judge directly. I'm scared. The only way they could have had probable cause to pull over Miss Eric on this day is if her vehicle was obstructed and she was missing 1 of her 2 side mirrors. Heard Officer Raina say nothing else was wrong with the vehicle.
her unequivocal testimony that that vehicle, the silver Ford Focus 2012, had an obstructed rear window. That's dangerous. It's dangerous driving that way. It could lead to accidents.
The prosecution pushes back. An obstructed rear window is an offense and it is dangerous. The legislature doesn't want people driving that way. The judge listens. Then he speaks.
How is it probable cause if it's not a infraction?
Obstructed window, obstructed rear window is an offense, and it's dangerous.
How is it probable cause if it's not an infraction? The prosecutor says the obstructed window is an offense. It's dangerous. It could lead to accidents. The judge isn't moved, but she just read me the statute. And it said the obstructed window is only an infraction if she doesn't have side mirrors. The prosecutor tries again, argues that without the stop, there could have been a serious accident, that the officer was doing his job, that the intent was sound.
But she just read me the statute. And it said that the obstructed window is only an infraction if she doesn't have side mirrors.
You didn't hear any evidence about it.
I did. She asked him if he noticed anything else about the car. Did it have its mirrors? And he said, as far as I know.
We take the position that had he not stopped that vehicle, could have been a very serious accident.
Could have been. But I drive an F-150 with a cap on the back and I can't see spit out of my window other than headlights at night.
The judge cuts through it. But I drive an F-150 with a cap, 50 with a cap on the back, and I can't see anything out of my window other than headlights at night. He pauses.
Dismissed.
Without a lawful stop, there was no lawful arrest. There was no lawful search. And without a lawful search, suspected controlled substances found in that purse, whatever they turn out to be, could not be used as evidence. This is what courts call the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. Evidence obtained through an unlawful stop doesn't become admissible just because the evidence itself is real. The government has to follow the law before it can use what it finds. After the ruling, the prosecutor is heard saying,
Good police work doesn't always end up with convictions.
Hey, Judge.
Boy, you don't get many of those like you just had. That just straight up. Yeah, but I mean, you just don't get too many of those. Just that straight up bad. I mean, they thought they had a good reason.
good police work doesn't always end up with convictions. The defense attorney's response is quieter, more direct. You just don't get too many of those. Just that straight up bad, 10 years on the job, a stop he believed was legal, that appeared solid right up until the moment a defense attorney read one sentence from the Michigan Vehicle Code out loud in open court. And the officer confirmed that the car had both its mirrors. If you think Officer Reyna had enough to justify that stop, drop your verdict in the comments. And subscribe for more cases like this one.